and a very warm welcome. In today's video, we're talking Sebastian Vettel, four-time Formula 1 champion, and I'm asking you, how good is he? I think I rank him 7th in my all-time list, but where do you rank him? Vettel, born in Heppenheim, Hesse, West Germany, 4 titles, obviously drove for some iconic teams along. Started as a test driver at BMW, then went to Toro Rosso, good success, and then got the big promotion to Red Bull, where the majority of his success came. Then he went to Ferrari to try and emulate his hero, Michael Schumacher. Didn't really work out. Then he went to Aston Martin, and then he went to play with bees. Yeah. So are we going to see him back on the grid, or is that Vettel's career done? Yes. Sebastian, yeah, this guy was hated when he dominated in Red Bull, but then he became very well liked in the F1 fan base. There's no way you can tell me this guy was not hated when he was dominating. You turn the TV on in that period between 2010 and 2013. You turn the TV on, qualify, pole, Seb, win, Seb. He used to dominate. Born and raised in Heppenheim, Vettel began competitive kart racing aged 8 after a successful karting career culminating in his victory at the Junior Direct Drive Karting European Championship in 2001. Seb graduated to Junior Formula E. He started his career in Formula BMW ADAC. He won the title, dominating the championship in 2004 with 18 wins from 20. Then he progressed to Formula 3, came runner-up to Paul di Resta, a test driver for BMW Sauber since 2006, and then he got his breakthrough as he replaced Scott Speed at Toro Rosso. Yeah, but his breakthrough came in 2008, the Monza Grand Prix. Yes, wow, what a drive that was. To win in a Toro Rosso was unthinkable. It was remarkable. It was controlled. It was brilliant Seb. And that's where he basically burst onto the scene at Monza. That was his standout race. He dominated the race. He was controlled. And it was amazing. I always remember the commentary with that. Sebastian Vettel wins. That is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in Grand Prix racing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that weekend at Monza, it was just a standout. That is when he announced himself to the F1 world. Maiden pole position and victory, and then he was the youngest driver to win a Grand Prix. Obviously, that's not the record now. Yeah. Then he went to Red Bull in 2009. Obviously, he was close to the title in 2009, but Brawn started like a machine and clocked up a lot of points. And then they faded, but yeah, Seb just missed out. And then it was dominance after that. Dominance. Seb, 2010 till 2013, Red Bull, he was dominant. He was like Max today. Absolutely dominant. He had a lapdog number 2 teammate in Mark Webber, and he bashed him, and he bashed him, and he bashed him. Week in, week out, we saw that finger rise, and every time, pole position. You know, all these crazy radio messages he used to do. Crazy frog and everything. He was annoying at Red Bull, and he was hated at Red Bull, but then he became a very well-liked guy. Yeah. So he dominated for 4 seasons at Red Bull. Then 2014 was not a good year for Sebastian. Was it the burnout of winning title after title? Daniel Ricciardo came in, proper bashed him up really. Really good by Daniel Ricciardo against a 4-time champion. And then Seb moved to Ferrari. His hero was Michael Schumacher. He went to Ferrari to try and end their title drought. They'd not won a title since 2007, Kimi Räikkönen. He went to Ferrari to emulate his hero, Michael, but it didn't work out. At times, he had competitive machinery, and he should have won the title in a couple of years. But I think the big moment I think of in Ferrari is his home race in the lead. Great time for a pop-up, you fucker. Absolute shithouse of a laptop. As I was saying, where was I? Home race, that is the standout. He's won races. I remember his first win in Ferrari. I believe it came at Malaysia. But the standout for me is when he went off at Hockenheim in the lead. He lost it at the curb, didn't he? And yeah, got stuck in the gravel. And he was never the same driver since that moment. And also, going back to Red Bull, we must remember how much of a shithouse Seb was at Malaysia. He had that brutal side. Nice guys don't win championships. Seb was an absolute shithouse to Mark Webber at Malaysia. Multi-21. And that actually burned Mark Webber into retirement. Webber was never the same driver. Yeah. So, multi-21, Seb was supposed to stay behind. He risked it. Oh, I was really scared. He almost squeezed me in the pit wall. And then in China, he basically says, the facts of the matter is, I passed him, I won. Matt was too slow, I passed him, I won. End of story. Shithouse. Then he went to Ferrari, as I said. That didn't work out. 2018 happened. It was 2018, or was it 2019 where he went off in the gravel? Yeah. One of them seasons, I'm sure it was 2018, or was it 2019? Might have to look at that one. Yeah, usually my knowledge is bang on. 2018. 2019 was the wet race, so was it 2019? I'll have to look at that one back. But yeah, since then he wasn't the same driver really. Yeah, Charles Leclerc was bashing him up as well. Just reading here, Vettel took his final win for Ferrari at Singapore before leaving the team at the end of the 2020 season. And then he went to Aston Martin. And that was, if he was still at Aston Martin now, that would be a good decision because they've bring in some big names. Seb joined the recently established Aston Martin in 2021 where he scored his final podium finish at Azerbaijan. Obviously got really close to a win in Hungary but was later disqualified. Yeah, he was battling Ocon for the win. Seb retired at the end of 2022 season. And now let's go through his stats. These are remarkable statistics. Like his 15-year career in F1, 2007 to 2022. He's achieved 4 titles, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. 53 wins. That's remarkable. 122 podiums, 57 pole positions, 38 fastest laps. Yeah. I think he is a very, very good driver. I think he's top 10. Seb, yeah, he divides opinion, but that Red Bull, he was absolutely dominant in that Red Bull. He's got that shithouse nature to him. Now he's away playing with bees. Is he going to come back? We wait and see. I probably think not, but yeah. Comment down below your thoughts. Yeah, on Seb. Where do you rank him? I think I've got him 7th. We did one for Max, and I had Max 4th. I'm sure I had Fangio 5th. Prost 6th. 7th, Vettel. And I'm going to look. I made an absolute boo-doo. Vettel crashes out at Leeds at Hockenheim. Oh, it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. The 2019 race was crazy, so you can forgive me thinking it was that as well. Yeah, he was never the same driver after that. Yeah, and then he had Charles Leclerc, young and hungry to prove a point. Comment down below your thoughts on Seb Vettel. Where do you rank him? How good was he? Yeah, I think he's very, I would say, a bit underappreciated. He became so likeable when he went to Ferrari as well. He really had more fans. People really did like him after he left Red Bull, which was good to see. We saw a bit more character, a bit more personality by Vettel when he left Red Bull. Adios.